This is a more advanced tutorial of Rise of Nations. If you remember, we invaded this Czechoslovakia. Oh wait, I am Czech. Whatever was there. So now, I'm going to show you some more advanced tips and tricks. So one really important thing is trading and factories. Tanks, they're good. Like, really good. But in order to make them, you need a motor factory. You're gonna want to build one of those. And you're gonna want to build a steel manufactory. But you'll notice, you need stuff. And you may not have the stuff. So, what you gotta do, click on your flag, then go to resources/trade. You're gonna want to trade with NPC cities usually only, because they're not gonna reject your trade offers. So we're gonna want to buy iron. Type in the number you want to buy every 5 days, and then it'll show you the price. Then it's when you confirm, it'll show that if they're an AI, if they've accepted your trade offer. Good golly. And then just keep repeating that until you have all the materials you need for said factory. I need tungsten, resources trade, tungsten, trade with, wait, didn't I just make a trade for that? No, I'm buying iron, alright. Tungsten, buying tungsten. Now look, we have a factory here. See, now that, we need steel and titanium. Okay, so you might notice we're in debt, or we're in a deficit, and that's not good. Being in a deficit's bad because you're losing money. So you might want to go to your trades. You can actually sell your resources. If you go to resources and trade, pick a resource that you may have too much of in trade. You can actually sell to AI countries, like Benin, for example. Why would they refuse? Okay, so sometimes I guess they refuse. Like, why is everyone rejecting my trade offer? Sell 6 oil. Why is everyone refusing my trade offers? Alright, so another way to get out of debt, invade countries and take their money. So if you remember, we have a war declaration against Hungary. So now we invade Hungary and take their money. We're gonna rob them. As you remember, go straight for their base, have more people than them, and have better trained troops than them. Take their capital. Then put them on auto capture, so that way they'll capture automatically. So you notice now we have both factories running, which means we're getting motors and steel, which are the ingredients to make tanks. To make tanks, you're gonna need a square city, not a circle city, because for some reason the game doesn't like that and says no. But now you'll see we have the materials to make a tank. But you see it consumes oil. So you're gonna have oil. I'm making a video. Alright. Don't mind that. now we have a tank. You see, tanks are good because they do more damage against infantry. But there's one massive drawback. Any type of terrain, including winter, tanks hate it. Like, they can't move well. So, you might want to wait till summer to actually use tanks, where they can actually be effective. See, look, it's moving slow because it's winter, and they don't like that. You see, we're still in a deficit, and it's only getting worse. That's why we gotta steal. You know what else we could do? And if we have enough of the material for a little bit, we can go ahead and cancel trades. That's probably a bad idea, but we already have resources, so. And that should pull us out of the deficit rather quickly, like that. As you can see, the tank's going through some mountainous terrain, and it really hates that. It does not like it. But once it gets through the mountain range, or through the Alps, and into, like, normal fields, it's gonna go way quicker. Watch, it's gonna get out right there. And you see how much faster that is? Way much more of an improvement. You see they also capture pretty quick. And Hungary is dead. As you remember, select occupied. Send terms. Now, another thing is ally requests. You go to a friendly country. I'm going to pick this because it's my friend. I'm going to press Form Alliance. I'm going to send a request. And since they're a person, it's not going to happen right away. We may have to give it a sec. Alright, well, that's pending. Airplanes. They're good. Like, really good. So, well, oh, see? They accepted the alliance. So now, you can put your troops in their country, and they won't kill you. And they won't take damage. It's really cool. Also, ports. You're gonna want them. You see, I do not have ports. I'm landlocked. So, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna invade Poland. A very popular move in history. And you see, I have less people than him. I have less infantry, but you know what I have that he doesn't? I have tanks. Infantry doesn't like tanks because they killed them. So we'll send a tank up there. So every troop has their flaws. Why am I in a deficit again? So, we're in a deficit. We can't afford higher tax collection. But we can reduce corruption, which lowers spending cost. We're still in a deficit. Is it getting worse? It's getting worse. So what we're gonna do, pardon me. We're gonna have to invade Poland. So trading. I already covered that before, but just a quick refresh. You go to a country, or actually view your own country. Yep. That's the one. Resources and trade. Trade the item. DRC. Democratic Republic of the Congo. I'm gonna sell 2 steel every 5 days. So now the request is sent. We'll have to accept it. As you see, we get little news reports at this top bar, where you can see what happens to other countries. Like, as you just saw. They just negotiated terms with that other country. And they no longer exist. Off the map. So that's really cool. Not really, though. Okay. Oh, good gravy, I got a cough. Justify war goal. I already have war goal justified. But you know what we're going to want to do? Aircraft. Aircraft are good. They're not impacted by ground terrain. Oh, look at my cat sleeping. Alright. So now, we're actually trading. We're selling steel. But we're not making steel, which is bad. So we're going to have to buy 2 iron. Every 5 days. To just keep this whole thing afloat. Just make iron. Alright, anyways. Poland. Declare war. Conquest. Now, you can use one thing at a time, but that's inefficient. So you know a cool little strategy? You attack a little city in one part of the country. See, it's mountainous and it's winter, so the tank's not even moving. Oh, alright, so the aircraft factory is built. For this, we're going to need aluminum and chromium. Aluminum. And then chromium. Do we need anything else? Titanium. We already have that. So look, we invaded one city. Now we can break in. They'll take care of them. And we can capture 3 cities that were originally being protected. We may need to assist the tank. Alright, now the aircraft factory is functioning. So now, you go to a building that has an airport, or a city that has an airport. Go to units, and these green things are all aircraft. So, we're going to build an attacker. Now, put this guy on auto capture. Yikes. And then, we just wait. Once we get up here, I'll get to boats. But, not there yet. Look, Mexico declared war on Guatemala. See, their infantry isn't trained for mountains or jungle. And they're in both of those. You can only train for one at a time, though, so. Oh, wow. Yikes. Now, islands. Islands are a real pain in the butt. Especially if it's like an archipelago. Like the Bahamas. That's gonna be a pain to take over. Because infantry, it takes like 5 seconds for them to turn into a boat. Go to another island. Don't turn into a boat again. Then they have to go to the next one. It's just a real big hassle. But if it's a big island, then that's kind of good. Because, like, you don't have to jump from place to place. Alright, this is back at full health, so we're going to send this right for the capital. Let's see what's going on in Central Africa. Oh, they have tanks. And I'm selling them steel, making them tanks. Looks like they're going to attack Equatorial Guinea. They got a little island out here. Oh, and we got the capital. So now you can actually put tanks on auto capture too. As good as tanks are, don't make your entire army out of them. Because in the research tree under infantry, distribution of anti-tank weapons, high velocity armor piercing rounds, more explosive filler, that does a lot of damage against tanks. Not to mention artillery. It really just, tanks don't like it. And look, now we have planes. See, they're not affected by terrain. And they even attack ground troops. You just gotta capture this. What's really annoying is that if you capture a part of the country and you want to end the war right there and then with your newfound land that you like, you can't. Because they just reject it and they keep fighting, keep trying to take their land back. It's really annoying. But now we have Poland. Which means it's boat time. Might have to get a little less unrest though. Now blue stuff. Blue stuff is water stuff. Now I'm just gonna make a little boat if possible. And it isn't because people who are living there aren't happy. So we go to political. Get political improvements. And improve consensus measures. Wow. Another big thing that's really important is corruption and stability. You want to keep stability high, corruption low. The best way to do that is to go to economic laws, spend money, or it doesn't even have to be a lot, just spend at least some money on all of this. It'll make your country a lot more stable, but it costs money, like a lot of money. And I'm gonna have to cancel some trades again. Stop buying aluminum. Again, after you get enough materials that you're gonna need for like the whole match, you can just cancel some trades to get yourself back in the green. Alright, let's see, have these people calmed down yet? Nope. That's the bad thing about being landlocked. Once you finally unlock boats, you still gotta wait. Why am I in a deficit? I'm selling steel. I should be in the clear. There, that factory shut down. Oh, Guatemala collapsed. It's kind of cool. What's going on in Central Africa? Oh, looks like they should negotiate terms soon. Just waiting for these guys to calm down. It's not that big a deal. I just invaded your country. It's not that bad. Now we should be able to make units, because they calmed down finally. I don't have manpower. It's almost like people don't want to go into the military with the endless wars in my country. So you know what I can do? I can go to country. Laws required. Alright, it doesn't look like that did much. We might have to disband this. Actually, I got a better idea. Split it in half. And then disband one. So that way, we still have some infantry. You know, I'm disbanding this too. I need manpower. You know, that could have been a problem in the first place. Oh, another way to get a lot of manpower. Go to your capital, buildings, recruitment center. You'll get way more manpower. Put that in populated cities, like captured capitals. Alright, units. And we can finally make boats. Boats are good because they're kind of like artillery, which I haven't covered yet. Yeah. Justify war goal, conquest. And it looks like that factory finally shut down. I'm actually gonna disband this tank because it's not gonna make it over the mountains. And I'm gonna train some infantry down here. But I don't have a lot of manpower. Manpower is very important. Don't let it dwindle. One. That should be enough. I'm that guy. So I can definitely capture. Oh, artillery. Yes. I have no money. So I can go to war. But I have no money. I have nothing. I could actually disband this because it's just the same as artillery, which I'm about to show you. Once I get enough money. I don't know if I get money from deleting factories. I think I do. I do, a little. A lot of this game is just waiting. It's a waiting game. Wait for justifications, wait for money, wait for manpower, wait for research. Alright, artillery. We're gonna have to wait a little. Oh, that's supposed to be for aircraft. I've been using it wrong. Oh wait, no, artillery. I was selecting the right one. So it's good for hitting ground units, like the infantry over there. Now, once that infantry trains... There we go. We're gonna declare war. Now we're at war. So if we get this artillery in the right spot, it will actually attack from a distance where the infantry cannot attack from, and it will damage them. Same thing with planes. If they don't have anti-air, send them in. Now, planes do a lot more than artillery, but they work best paired up. And since we have so few troops, we're going to need all the help we can get. There we go, more troops. Put them together. And planes, unlike artillery, will have to go back to airports to refuel and rearm. Now we have more troops, we can invade. Now if you keep your troops still, enemy troops will actually walk right into your troops, where you can kill them much easier. Then once their troops are down, auto capture, and it's all the same thing from there. This has been a more in-depth tutorial of Rise of Nations.